right, so today, folks, we're joined by someone who's not only shattering gender norms, but she's also redefining what it means to be a woman in a skilled trade. Raneika Davidson is an upholsterer and the owner of Loams
Upholstery.
Did I say it right?
Yes, you
say
did.
It in my ear.
Loams Upholstery.
Loams Upholstery. She joins us now to share how she's carving out a space for herself in this hands-on industry. Good to have you with us.
Good morning. Thank you.
See some of your work showcased on set. Let's find out a little bit about who Raneika is. You left high school,
right?
High school, and you went straight into
call center. Right.
What was your time at the call center like?
It was pretty good. When it comes down to like the customers, there was a little bit of challenge, but I felt like it was built in me to deal with customers.
Okay, and so from the call center, you thought you wanted more.
Right.
Are you a bit of a serial entrepreneur, you think?
Yeah.
Always have an idea you want to try something.
Right, that is it.
And so your first stop was makeup.
Right.
Tell me how that went.
So, after leaving call center, I decided that I wanted to do something different with my life. And, used to makeup from a younger age. I said, all right, make a try makeup. So, I went to the 1 month course school. I got my certificate. And, from there, I was like trying to get customers and there was no customer. So, I said, all right, I'm not going to give up, So, I said, all right, I am going to, do transitions on YouTube where, I look ugly before and then I do my makeup and then it just look really, really nice. You can't
look ugly, miss. No, never that.
Okay.
Yes. And so that did not work?
No, it did. Well, for YouTube it did because climbing from 20 followers to over 1,000 followers and the views were coming in, so it was good. But I knew I wanted more for my life and I wanted to feel like, I was doing something, being able to also help around the house. So, I just feel like my life is on track.
Gotcha. So the views are great, but if the views are not translating to money.
Right.
They're just views, right?
Right.
If that wasn't helping the makeup business, then it wasn't helping you.
Right.
So did you give that up entirely?
Not really, but pushing out in the upholstery field, there wasn't much time to focus on YouTube anymore. But recently I felt like I want to do it, and I think I've uploaded like 2 videos recently on YouTube, and I got like 600 views. I feel good.
Yo, Raneika! How did you end up here though? How did you end up in upholstery?
So in the States where you're wondering what it is that you're supposed to do, I said, all right, dig deep. Go back in your thinking box. What it is, that you want to do, or what it is that you love, And I remember, being young, I have this love for.
Wait, what? When you say being young,
at a younger age. Yeah,
okay.
Right?
Okay.
At a younger age, I have this love for creativity, when it comes down to the sewing environment. So I said, all right, I always wanted a sewing machine. So I got to mommy, I wasn't working, so the funds wasn't as much. Right. So, I got to mommy and I got to big sister and I said, sister, me feel like one the sewing, me feel like this could have be it. Me do sewing, then me, do the DIY headboards off YouTube and stuff. So, they invested in my first sewing machine and I was able to start with, making luxury cushions, running my ads on Instagram for the first time because makeup, I wasn't getting no customer. But, running the ads on Instagram, for the cushions, persons were reaching out and say, can I get one of your stuff then? So, I felt good and I felt like this was it for me. Right? So, I started there and, with the funds and my father, who, he was going to send me to school. So I said to Daddy, because he ran into some financial difficulties. And I said, Daddy, don't worry, just give me $10,000. I'm going to start the headboard and I'm going to make it a success. But it wasn't easy. All of this right here would not have been possible if it wasn't for my stepfather. He was the one, in the field, he measured the board for me, cut the boards for me.
But you're doing it yourself right
yes,
there. He taught you to do what we're seeing on the screen.
Right.
Wow.
Right. He taught me how to cut the boards. You see how I use the saw and all of those things? It is him that taught me how to do all of those. But, you know, he was also the one, you know, being around him downtown in his environment, you know, I got exposed to upholsterers, also male upholsterers that, you know, would come around and say, all right, you can do this a little better. So,
It
they
became a
taught me.
village for you.
Right, so they taught me the insights of how to, you know, get it to look this good. And not only that, but, you know, he had the links with the downtown store, so they were my initial suppliers.
I
and
see.
being able to, you know, like, get pictures and upload on my own Instagram store.
And that's the best marketing.
Right.
Downtown, them things don't stay.
Right.
Them don't stay. So your stuff started going into the stores and whoops.
Yes.
Off the shelf, off the
Right,
shelf,
right,
off the shelf.
right.
And so today, folks, here we are. You can see some of Raneika's work. There's a, what you call this now beside me?
This is an ottoman.
Ottoman.
Right.
So you put your foot on this, but you can also put
It can
stuff
go
in
in
it.
front of the bed, and you can store like clothes, sheets, anything that you want.
Right. And then up here
It's the headboard.
It's a headboard that
Right.
you've done. You did that from scratch?
Yes. Cut the
You
board,
cut the
join
wood,
everything
You put the
from
padding
scratch.
underneath it and you upholster it.
Right.
Wow. So how long does this take you to do?
Honestly, when I think about it, it takes like less than a day if I'm focused.
To
Less
make
than a
one
day.
set?
To make both of them.
Okay.
In less than a day to 2 days.
Wow.
Right.
So how is business now, my darling?
Business is great. I can't complain. God has been super great to me. You know, looking back on where I'm coming from to where I am now, and, you know, I've had some of the best customers, humble, patient, you know, so I thank God. I thank God.
So where do we go from here?
So we are looking to expand the business. You know, there are different ideas that, you know, that customers reach out, different designs that customers reach out about. So we're looking to, you know, try these designs. Also, we're looking to go into sofa making within the next couple months. And there's something big coming. So, you know, for my customers that are skeptical and are afraid of the online business, we have something big coming, but we don't really want to talk about it.
That's okay.
We want it to show for
Hold on
itself.
till it's time.
Right.
Do you get any pushback from folks who say she's a little girl, she can't?
Not
Or was that
really.
initial?
Not really. I've had, you know, positive comments from everyone around me. And, you know, it starts from my supportive family, you know, and when persons see that, you know, as a 21, 22-year-old doing this work, you know, they're like, oh my God, if we can't believe we really did this. So, you know, it made me feel a certain type of way. And, you know, it kept me going regardless of the challenges.
All right, so if there are folks watching who love your ottomans and your headboards and want to see what else you have in store, quote unquote, where do we find you in social?
So you can find me on TikTok and Instagram at Loams Upholstery.
That's L
Holmes Upholstery.
L Holmes Upholstery. All right, guys, go take a visit and purchase something from this young lady who is big on initiative
Right.
and clearly big on innovation. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
Raneika Davidson, upholsterer and owner of Loams Upholstery. After the break, Girl Talk. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us, please.